Time for a little meditation. Good morning, good morning. Dr. Chelsea Jackson Roberts. I'm coming for you. Do you know what's fun is seeing just all the people that have done this for so long with us and seeing their names come up, and I wish you all a good morning.
Oops. Yeah.
Hello, good morning. It's Saturday.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you, Jennifer?
I'm great. How are you, Chelsea?
I'm well.
Are you good?
Yes.
Good.
Good to see you.
You too. It feels like you feel very peaceful. Have you already been meditating today? You feel very
I
zen.
did. I
Did
did
you?
a bit. Yes. I think when we talked about it the last time, just the seasons as they
Mm-hmm.
change and we transition. It's like it just takes me a little bit even more inward. Like I feel like I'm really, tapped in and connected to what the seasons bring.
Mm.
And so I've been finding that, morning meditations for me are needed. They are
Mm-hmm.
essential these days for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you hearing me okay?
Yeah, I hear you
Okay,
really well.
great,
Yeah.
great. So how's it going? How's this season going for you?
I love this season. I love everything about it. I love the feeling of a fresh start and of
Mm,
it's starting to cool down at least a few hours of the day in LA, and
yes.
just everyone breathes more easily. It's been beautiful. It's hard
Mm-hmm.
not to feel joy.
Yes, yes, I love that. Well, I love that you just mentioned it's hard not to feel joy,
Mm-hmm.
because I've been thinking, myself, friends, students, members at Peloton, whether they're DMing me or just making comments, there have been a lot of challenges
Mm-hmm.
as well. Yet,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted this meditation to be for those folks who are going through challenges,
Mm-hmm.
who are experiencing setbacks
Yeah.
or moments of maybe things not going the way that they planned, that we also find that space for joy and gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
And my teacher, I always mention her, Swami Jaya Devi, would always talk about using those moments as fuel. And for me, I have to use those moments of, when I'm just feeling overwhelmed as a moment to pause and say, well, let me get grounded in what I do know to be true.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do know to be true is in this moment that we have this breath and we have an opportunity to love more. We have an opportunity to be more present, even if things aren't going the way that we have planned. And that's where my heart is today. And I would love to do that, especially for the folks who perhaps may be experiencing challenge.
I I love that. And can I just say, your teacher must really be just a whole other level.
She is. She
Mm-hmm.
is. When I first started practicing yoga, I only understood yoga from the physical aspect. I
Mm-hmm.
only understood it. I was like, I want to be in shape. I want to like be even more flexible, all these
Mm-hmm.
things. And it was just my understanding of yoga. And I don't judge that. And because so many people arrive to this practice in so many different ways. And it was when I met her that I really tapped into the aspects of meditation. I often reference one of my closest friends who I went to college with, Misty, who was tragically taken from us through
Mm-hmm.
gun violence. And that was one of the most traumatic experiences I had ever gone through in my early 20s. And I was just feeling hopeless, helpless, and overwhelmed. And when I found my teacher around that time, it was like I had an opportunity to meet myself exactly where I was. Like I had to honor that it was an extreme loss And I also had to offer gratitude for being able to have a friendship the way that I did with Missy, and that I was able to use that as a teaching for the beauty of life, and how lucky, how blessed, how grateful, whatever word you want to use, we are to be experiencing this human experience. And so we gotta do what we can with it while we're here. And so that's where my teacher really taught me a lot about loss, and those things that just overwhelm us. It's natural.
I love you, Chelsea. I really
I
do. I'm
love you,
so,
Jen.
so grateful for you. All right, let's do it.
Okay, so y'all, for me, this may feel a little different than our other meditations, and I want to acknowledge the fullness of our experiences. So, at any time, y'all listening out there, if you feel like you need to open your eyes to peek back in, if you start to get uncomfortable, know that that's normal, and you can. You don't even have to close your eyes completely. You can just soften the gaze, soften the eyelids. Just do whatever you can to take care of your body and meet you exactly where you are. So go ahead and find a comfortable position. And I'm seated on the floor. Jen is too, leaning against something to support you. Or you can sit in a chair, whatever you need. And we'll begin by taking in a deep inhale. And as you exhale, you can begin to close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Or again, softening the gaze. And just start to notice where your breath is meeting you naturally in this moment. Not trying to control it, not judging it, but simply allowing yourself to live, to breathe. Even acknowledging the beauty of this moment, of sitting together, whether you're alone in the room in which you're occupying or around others. Just knowing that we are connected through this breath, through this intention of being present and connected. And just start to take survey of the body, noticing if you're holding anything that you no longer want to hold, whether in the physical body, the shoulders, the jaw, the brow, whether in the mind, in the heart. Just see if you can allow yourself to let go of tension. And if that's a challenge, so be it. Just acknowledging that it's there. And just start to allow the breath to trace up and down the spine. Imagining a light or a sensation starting right at the base of your spine and traveling the path of the spine until it reaches the top of your head. And then you exhale it right back down. Do that a couple of times. Inhaling, allowing the breath to travel upward. And exhaling right back down. And as you sit in silence, Acknowledge all that you have carried with you to this moment. Even if it's within the last day, the last hour, weeks, months, years, lifetime. Just embracing the fullness of who you are and what you've experienced. The heartbreak, the celebrations, the uncertainty, the love, the challenges. And as you welcome that into your heart, start to allow the breath to grow fuller, expansive. Resting in the knowing that we are human, and in this experience can come challenge, setbacks, unexpected moments. But with each breath, we remind ourselves of what is true. That we have the capacity to love, to be present, and to embrace it all. So for the next few breaths, if it's difficult to stay anchored, you can repeat silently to yourself, I experience love. I am present. I am whole. And as you continue to breathe, invite in this moment what love is for you, whether that's a person, a place, an experience. So that when those challenges arise, you can always use gratitude, love as your fuel to keep going or to rest. Now, on your next inhale, try to make it your fullest breath of the day. Breathe in. And simply exhale it out. resting in the knowing of what is true, that you have breath in this moment, that you have love in this moment, and we offer gratitude in this moment. And with your eyes still closed or just with the eyelids softened, just slowly start to draw your palms together, coming into prayer. We call this Anjali Mudra. And gently bowing your head, offering gratitude for the opportunity to be still, to listen, to know, to experience love, to offer gratitude. So when those moments of challenge and obstacles arise, we carry this moment with us in our hearts. Now together, let's take in a deep inhale and slowly exhale the breath here. And only when you're ready, just try and open the eyes about a quarter of the way, just peeking back in to the world. And then you can blink your eyes a few times and begin to arrive back. May peace be with you.
May peace be with you.
I love you, Jennifer.
You too.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.